Yo, welcome back to another episode of Rims and Ropes.
Boy.
We back with another one, man. Hey, let's get straight to it. Let's start off with some quick news. The Suns finally sold their team. Good for them. Maybe they could get back on pace. Devin Booker is finally back in the lineup. I believe they're at the 6th or 7th seed. I expect them to climb up a little bit and, get back in the rankings. They were a good team. They were cooking. They have chemistry. They have playoff experience, championship experience. I expect them to do better. Kevin Durant has been officially ruled out of the All-Star game. I'm sure we all knew this and seen this coming. He didn't play in last year's game either, I believe. And what does that mean? I think Jalen Brunson is definitely going to get, inserted into the lineup. Joel Embiid is definitely going to start. I don't know if the Knicks deserve to have 2 All-Stars on the team, but I don't see anybody else that's fitted to get that spot on the All-Star. I'm not sure if they're going to make it be a front court guy just to replace a front court guy so they can have, the totals and all that. But we'll see. Speaking of Kevin Durant, Cam Thomas just dropped his 3rd 40-point game. I did not see this coming. I wonder if he's going to be part of a trade package. Now, the Nets have 2 days to make something happen. That is a small window, but we've seen, last-minute bombshells a lot. So he went 11 of 23 from the field and took 20 free throws. Since when Cam Thomas could muster up 20 free throws? I didn't watch the highlights. I didn't watch the game. I don't watch Nets games. But I feel like there's a little bit of favoritism right now because Kyrie left and they wanted hey, look, Kyrie, we can make another one of you. We don't need you. We're good. We got Cam Thomas. But y'all do remember, right? The Brooklyn Nets were always a really good team. They were competitive and really fun to watch before KD and Kyrie got there. I feel like they're going to get back to that. And they still have a solid roster. I mean, Kevin Durant's hurt and Kyrie's not there anymore. But you still got you got Joe Harris, Royce O'Neal, Nick Claxton, Ben Simmons, Patty Mills, TJ Warren. Those are all solid guys that could get it done. And then plus you got some young guys that nobody is really familiar with, like Sumner and Sharp and stuff like that. They have an opportunity to trade to get somebody. Now, I'm thinking DeMar DeRozan from Chicago because Chicago came out and said they don't want to trade Zach LaVine. So that doesn't mean they're not going to look to trade Vucevic or DeMar DeRozan because I feel like, honestly, the Bulls need to blow that up. They've tried the experiment. It looks like it's not working. You might as well, get rid of that. Miami, Toronto, Chicago are the teams to watch as far as to be a part of a big, massive 3-team trade. Atlanta is another team that may want to make a trade. Hey, maybe we may get a Trae Young, Kevin Durant kind of thing. You never know. Trae Young seems like he's unhappy. Remember, he had that thing with the coach. They've been playing bad. DeJounte Murray basically plays the same as Trae Young, so he's probably not comfortable with that. Him off the ball is probably not working for them. I haven't watched a lot of Hawks games, but look, they just lost to the Pelicans. That's another loss for the Hawks. Maybe they're part of a trade. Maybe Trae Young, maybe DeJounte Murray, maybe somebody else. John Collins was always in the mix of wanting to get traded. So we shall see. Speaking of traded, Kyrie Irving is officially a Dallas Maverick. Now, if you watched my last video, I said I don't see that working. And guess what? I still don't see it working, right? I think Kyrie can fit on the team. Here's why. You watch a Dallas Maverick game, you've seen them all. Their offense is, here you go, Luka, high pick and roll, play 2K, right? Screen, corner, roll, lob. You insert Kyrie into that, and he gets into his dribble package, and he could just call a bunch of ISOs and all that. Obviously, they're going to be able to make your turn, my turn basketball work. Plus, Kyrie's, always more comfortable with a guy that play makes and scores like James Harden and Luka, which they have similar play styles. A lot of ball dominance, but they know how to get players involved when they need to. So I think that the Mavericks could win some games. But when it comes to a series, I don't think they're going to win a series. I take that back. I don't think they're going to win multiple series in the same season. Neither one of them play defense, and you can't have a team where both your top guys aren't good at defense. You can look at the last X amount of teams one of the guys were really good at defense as far as your top two guys, or they're both really good at defense. Like I said, well, outside of Steph Curry, but still, their entire team was good defensively. Andrew Wiggins was their second performer, and you still have Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. Their defense is set, not to mention Kevon Looney, the whole nine, yada yada. Giannis, Chris Middleton, LeBron, Anthony Davis. Play defense. Like, you need that to win a championship. But the key thing is, I have not seen a report or anything that's saying Kyrie is going to sign with the Mavericks. I'm assuming he's going to do that because Mark Cuban has to find Luka some help. And since he found some help, I'm sure, let a couple games go by, maybe like 10 games go by. He's going to offer him the contract and try to keep him there. But that does not mean that Kyrie still may not want to make his way over to LA, because that's still a possibility. He's still going to be a free agent, so we never know, man. We've seen Kawhi Leonard win a championship in the middle of the season, get traded to Toronto, win a championship, and still leave and go to LA. So even if the Dallas Mavericks wins a championship, Kyrie may still leave in the offseason and be like, you know what, I'm about to go play with Bron. I want to run it back. I want to see what that looked like. You know what I'm saying? Especially since Bron is about to break history, and you just add Kyrie to that, is this going to tick off all the people that hate him in media? Moving on to the rope side of the pod, let's start with Bray Wyatt, man. I don't know what is the direction of Bray Wyatt at this point. I feel like he just buried LA Knight. LA Knight was not on the last episode of SmackDown. Bray Wyatt had like a 2-minute segment of him just rocking in the chair, just doing this, right? Just doing this. And Uncle Howdy's like, oh my God, I'm scary, right? So we want to see a reveal. There's speculation that, Uncle Howdy is Bo Dallas. And my Triple H brain is like, all right, if you're going to reveal an Uncle Howdy, that's a WrestleMania moment, right? A WrestleMania comeback for Bray Wyatt. But I don't see Bray Wyatt getting into another feud with anybody. Who makes sense at this point? Is he going to continue the feud with LA Knight? I've seen people speculating, saying, oh, LA Knight's going to be one of the puppets in the Firefly Funhouse. Why did he even bring that back? Like, we're starting to go backwards and get confused with Bray Wyatt. Like, we're starting the wheel again. Like, he came back in October, right? A lot of, even before the build up to that, it's just a lot of just hamster wheel shit. Like, hey, this looks like Bray Wyatt. Looks like Bray Wyatt. Start, the roller coaster going up, going up, going up. He comes back, takes us on a ride for a little bit. The climax was a terrible match, and now we're about to go back up the roller coaster again, because I don't see it working. Bray Wyatt is a phenomenal brain, but he never really has any good matches, bro. Like, I can't think of any match where it was like, yo, Bray Wyatt is definitely a top 20 wrestler. Like, I don't even think I could say that about Bray Wyatt as far as, like, in the ring. Now, character work, that's different, but I'm just talking in-ring ability. Bray don't really put on a lot of good matches like that. And I'm starting to get a little annoyed with his character, because it's like we're not getting anywhere, and you're not helping anybody. You're not putting any, like, all-time storyline together. Like, we like storyline as wrestling fans. And if your story is just, I want to express all my different personalities all the time, that's not a story. That's just you don't have anything else to really offer. But hey, let's be patient. Let's see where this goes. Moving on, Bianca Belair, I thought she was going to be in the Elimination Chamber match. But it's actually a number one contender match for her at WrestleMania. I wonder if we're getting ready to do a Bianca Belair heel turn. Reason why I say that is her cockiness is going to start to not even cockiness, her confidence is going to start to rub people the wrong way, right? Not her fan base, but just people. There's always been murmurs and mumbles of people not liking Bianca Belair because they feel like her promo game is not as good as it should be. And I honestly don't think her promo game is any problem. I just feel like Bianca Belair is missing one thing. She doesn't really have like a legit gimmick that makes sense outside of her just wanting to be a fighting champion. Now, if you know the answer, you know what her gimmick is, please let me know. It's not a ponytail. It's not that she's, super athletic. That's just part of her character work. I don't know what her gimmick is. Yes, she wants to be the roughest, the greatest, the EST. I get that, but that's only one level to reason why you want to be the greatest. And I feel like if she does some sort of a heel turn, but not like a full heel turn, but just show more aggression, I think that may help her character, but we'll see. I honestly thought Rhea Ripley was gonna be able to take the belt off of Bianca Belair, and so she can start this slow turn. I feel like maybe her and Tess together need to like have a heel turn. It could be like a heel couple and narcissistic and just be like we're the greatest because we're athletic and y'all can't beat us. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought maybe they'll do that, but we have time for that. Speaking of Tez, I think the Street Profit are done. I think the Street Profit are completely done. They both were just in Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. Now, yes, we've seen tag teams be in qualifying matches, but it was a nugget that happened about a couple weeks ago when after they lost a tag team match, they like just hugged. And I don't know if they do that after every match, but that hug looked like it was a little bit of, yeah, this is pretty much it, bro. We probably have like a couple more months left of just being the Street Profit before we're done here. Now, I don't want them to do a turn as far as like one of them turns on the other because then that's a storyline they're gonna have to explore. I feel like if they decide to break up the Street Profit, just let them walk away like, yo, let's try the single thing for a while. I want to do my thing, you do your thing. We can still get each other's back and all that. Maybe down the line we could, reunite the tag team. But I don't want to see them go into a storyline of, oh, Dawkins is jealous or Montez is jealous of such and such, or I don't think that's necessary for the Street Profit to kind of disband on a heel turn. What y'all think, man? What's y'all thoughts? Y'all think Bray Wyatt can save his career? What happens to LA Knight? Are the Street Profit really done? And I hope Bianca Belair shows a little bit more aggression. But with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all for watching this episode. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'll keep it short. Out of here, man.